House Visitor Center Museum. Pretty cool stuff. There's the West Wing, the South Portico, the White House, and the South Lawn view, and then the East Wing. And that's the White House fence posts, top with urn light finials. And the earliest sections of this fence are located along Pennsylvania Avenue. They did 1882. And there's a Woodrow Wilson on parade, 1913. And that was 1918. He served 1913 to 21. Pretty cool. This is the National Community Christmas Tree switch box. Every year the president switches it. All the presidents are listed there. They use this every year to turn on the National Christmas Tree. Harry Truman in 1945. And then some Christmas ornaments off the state tree. So James Hoban built this desk from the leftover wood of the White House. Of the White House. And when it was having construction done. Up here, a Clinton State China service plate and a mantel clock. It's got George Washington in his uniform. Probably seen it at the White House before 1960. This is from the state dining room mantel. And this was words of President John Adams. And his second night in the White House, he wrote this to his wife. There it is, pictured in the White House. This is a guest room table from the White House. And it was there in 1947. And there's a photo of it in the guest room. So this is the usher's desk from the White House. It was there 1902 to 48. And this is also where President Woodrow Wilson signed a document declaring war on Germany in 1917, starting World War I. Pretty cool. From here, the usher can talk to whoever he needs to and take whatever he needs to whoever he needs to. So pretty cool. Daily report, receipts, aids, addresses, and then the phone system. Now we just use cell phones. But pretty cool. So this chair was set in by President Ford, Emperor Hirohito in 1975. They were originally ordered by James Monroe in 1817. And they were part of the Oval Office or Oval Room decor. Pretty cool chair. So in 1898, the White House flagpole was replaced by one topped with a patriotic eagle. And this was possibly the original that was damaged in 1993, and it was replaced with an exact replica of this one. You could kind of see a little bit of the damage on the back here. There it is. Right there. Can't have that, can we? So this is probably one of the coolest things, in my opinion, in here. This is the desk that President Franklin D. Roosevelt reached out to American families through a series of radio broadcasts known as the Fireside Chats. And this is the desk that he is sitting at in that photo. This is where he gave his fireside chats. You can see the holes for the microphones and the stands. That is stinking cool. This is some of the silver that was purchased by James Monroe. And it sat in the White House until 1972. Huh. This is the place setting for a state dinner for Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom during American Bicentennial on the 7th of July, 1976. And here you can see President Ford and Queen Elizabeth II. And that's what they had for dinner that evening. These are the handprints of granddaughter of President Lyndon B. Johnson, Lucinda Robb. And they were in a walkway in the children's garden. And then this is a cross section of the famous elm tree. And this tree was planted by John Quincy Adams. And it was removed in 1991. And Barbara Bush planted another tree from that same seed back there, but this is the original tree. Pretty cool. Here's a photo of it in 1984. Here's the swing that hung on the grounds of the White House from the 70s until 2010. Isn't that photo there? Pretty neat. This is the Abraham Lincoln China Punch Bowl. These were ordered by First Lady Mary Todd Lincoln. And it was in her favorite color, purple. And then some skillets from the White House. Nancy Reagan's pastry shelf. I guess molds. A crumb tray. I guess you don't eat crumbs. And this is a sewing machine that was used to make the blackout curtains that was used in the White House during World War II. Pretty neat. That sewing machine had a lot of history behind it. And then Ulysses S. Grant's wife, First Lady Grant, got this from the Philadelphia Centennial Exposition in 1876. And there it is in the White House. If you ask me, it's kind of ugly. But, hey, they like the silver, I guess. So, here's President Clinton signing an immunization proclamation in the Oval Office in '93. And this is a statue that was there. Pretty cool. And it's that same statue in that photograph behind Clinton. And then the painting that was also there. There's some ornaments from the fireplace and a light that was on the wall. The fireplace Aldrins was featured in a 1902 postcard. Right there, somewhere in that postcard. So a president I'm not familiar with is Chester Arthur. But this was in the White House during his time there. And then the British clock. It had a... So this radio was in the White House in January of 1941. And is only... one that survives in the White House collection. And then the Indian Club from President Coolidge. Let's see, Harry S. Truman's White House bowling ball. Lady Bird Johnson's rocking chair from the garden in 1969. Here's a ring from General Grant. It was made from a golden spike that was driven at a promontory summit in Utah Territory in 1869. Probably butchered that. And then a bamboo chair from the White House bedroom during Rutherford B. Hayes' administration. Here's a clock from Ulysses S. Grant. It was in the cabinet room in 1869. we've got plenty of more places to see here in DC. So let's get to it, and we'll see you in the next episode.